Welcome along to Old Trafford. Good evening, well, good afternoon to everyone on the Twitch channel. Our second live commentary of the weekend comes from Old Trafford as Manchester United play Chelsea. Just waiting on the teams to come out. And of course, we'll be able to broadcast the whole game here live on Twitch. The teams are just out in the tunnel. We saw Liverpool tonk Norwich on Friday. But this one surely will be a lot closer. Burnley winning yesterday. Sheffield United gaining a point. Villa coming so close to shocking Tottenham last night. But not to no avail. Manchester United gives debuts to Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire. That's the big news for United. As for Chelsea, their signing before their transfer ban came in. Pulisic is amongst the substitutes, and Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount and Kurt Zouma, who were all out on loan last season, all start today as the teams emerge from the tunnel into this vast Old Trafford crowd. And this should be a cracking atmosphere. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, £50 million he cost United from Crystal Palace, and Harry Maguire, the most expensive defender in the world ever, hoping to add new wheels to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's. Plus they also lost Romelu Lukaku in the final day of the transfer window. He left for Inter Milan. Of course, the transfer window is still very much open abroad until the end of August. Only the Premier League and the Football League, the transfer window shut on Thursday. Anyway, let me give you the two teams. They'll give you the full lineup. So it's Der in goal for United, and then the next two are debutants: Wan-Bissaka at right back and Harry Maguire in the centre of defence. Then it's Lindelof and Shaw. Then it's McTominay, Pogba and Pereira, and then up front it's Jesse Lingard, Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford up front. On the bench for United, Juan Mata, Ashley Young, James, Romero the substitute goalkeeper, Greenwood, Matic and Trinazzabi, who was on loan of course at Aston Villa last year and won the playoff final of course with Villa. Chelsea line up with Kepa in goal, and it's Azpilicueta, Zouma and Emerson, Christensen, Jorginho, Pedro and Barkley. Mason Mount comes in, one of the young prodigies at the academy there at Stamford Bridge. Kovacic and Tammy Abraham, who scored over 20 goals last year in the Championship on loan at Aston Villa, makes his bow for Chelsea this afternoon. On the bench for the men on the bench for Chelsea, we've got Alonso, N'Golo Kante, some big names here. Caballero, the substitute keeper. Kennedy, he was on loan at Newcastle last season. Olivier Giroud, Christian Pulisic and Tomori. And there are all the substitutes there, as you can see, as we just told you. The referee, incidentally, today comes from not too far up the road, Wythenshawe in Greater Manchester. That's Anthony Taylor, who I've given a lot of criticism to over the last few seasons. He's assisted today by Gary Bezic on the far side and Adam Nunn on the near side. Fourth official comes from nearby Bolton, that's Lee Mason. And the VAR referees and assistants, VAR ref is Stuart Atwell from Birmingham, and VAR assistant alongside him down there in London is Stephen Child. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire, baptism of fire, opening day, Old Trafford, wind and rain everywhere you look here, typical Manchester weather here. Old Trafford buzzing. And Harry Maguire was saying in his best news conference as a Manchester United player what an honour it is to actually been given the chance to join this club. Said it's a fantastic club. Admired it growing up as a child, I suppose. When you've achieved so much in his career, wasn't long ago when he was at Hull. A good couple of years at Leicester now, he's got the opportunity to prove himself in the red of Manchester United, and it's going to be Manchester United in the red shirts to get the game underway and attack the goal away to my left hand side. Chelsea in the blue will attack the Stretford end in the first half, away to the left hand side, United to the right. Mount getting his first touch there, flicking it on there towards Tammy Abraham, who's going to be up front here for Chelsea today. Very surprising, youthful sort of lineup that Frank Lampard has chosen this afternoon, putting his faith in the youngsters that have come up through the ranks. At Chelsea, of course, he's got Jody Morris alongside him as well, and that could be a key help there for Frank Lampard. As Emerson makes a break down the left hand side here for Chelsea. 47 seconds in, still no goals, and the game live. Remember the comments section, the ruling on that: keep your comments clean, keep it about the game, pick the man in a match, but no derogatory or nasty comments about any race or any religion. So let's keep the comments clean. It was good, clean fun on that comment section, and it was exemplary behaviour. We are a family programme, as you know, and here's Emerson making a break down the left hand channel. Wan-Bissaka is across, playing at right back today. And Wan-Bissaka, £50 million, as I said, from Crystal Palace. Harry Maguire cost a little bit more than that, in fact quite a lot more, £80 million, something in the region of that, from Leicester City. And that transfer was certainly one of the major talking points of the summer window. Was it on, was it off? And that was along with the Wilf Zaha saga as well. That didn't materialise for Wilfried Zaha. Came on as a substitute during Crystal Palace's goalless draw yesterday against Everton. Frank Lampard is now the new manager. Pointed on the 4th of last month. 211 goals he got. And that Chelsea's all-time record goal scorer. You're not missing any of the action at the moment. It's 0-0 with 2 minutes gone, and it's Emerson just getting Emerson getting it back now to Kepa. Chelsea really a team that needed transformation. They've got this ban over them, so it was always going to be difficult. They lost Hazard after the Europa final, and I'm disappointed, but hopefully Pulisic can fill that void that Hazard has left, and he will be a great loss, not just to Chelsea but to the Premier League in general. Here's Kepa now inside his area, kicks away right footed over to the far side. 0-0 still at Old Trafford, and we've played about 3 minutes of the first half, and down the line again goes Mason Mount. Down the right hand side he's got Abraham sprinting into the centre, so too was Barkley just to the left of the penalty spot. It came off Maguire and behind for a corner. We've had 3 minutes, 0-0, and Chelsea get the first corner of the game. A lovely break there from Mason Mount, just getting down that far touchline and causing 1 or 2 problems for that United defence. Now the corner. Far side. Live here on the JB Church channel. You'll be able to hear this back on the YouTube channel later as the ball comes in, headed away by Manchester United. Comes out here to number 17 on the edge of the area, and off the post! Off the left hand post. Chelsea's so close to going in front there. Kovacic's playing the ball in, and now the shot back in from Pedro with his right foot over the top and into the Stretford end. But it was Tammy Abraham, in fact, with the effort. I've one eye on my notes and one eye on my on the game, and with his right foot beat David De Gea very comprehensively there, on the turn as well. Just inside the area, beats him, but smacks the middle of the left hand post. And Frank Lampard, who's Derby side last year, won at Manchester United to knock them out of the Carabao Cup. Almost repeated the dose there in the opening 4 minutes. Chelsea have hit a post, 0-0. McTominay coming forward for Manchester United, plays it down to Wan-Bissaka. Bissaka goes past his man, keeps it down on the near side touchline. Did really well there, Wan-Bissaka. He was very rated highly by Roy Hodgson at Crystal Palace. Here's Barkley now, cutting in from the left hand side. Still 0-0, but Chelsea have hit the post through Tammy Abraham. And here's Pogba now, trying to pull his way out of a cul-de-sac, and he's Being tackled there by two Chelsea players that ganged up on him. One of them was Ross Barkley. Wan-Bissaka's got away with it now, and here's a chance now for United to lead the breakout with number 15 Pereira. Now a chance here now on the far side. Chances here for Jesse Lingard now. McTominay now takes possession over on the far side. 5 gone. Still 0-0. Chelsea have hit a post, remember, through Tammy Abraham's shot on the turn. Foul by McTominay just shy of halfway. 3 kick for Chelsea. Here today finished 1-0 to Arsenal against Tottenham. Against Newcastle, North London derby's not for another few weeks yet. Arsenal winning at Newcastle 1-0, even without the services of Kovacic and Ozil. Both didn't travel up, understandably, because of the recent security issues around those two, through no fault of their own. Aubameyang got the winning goal. Nicolas Pepe came on in the late second half, so he showed what he's worth. But Newcastle, at least 5,000 Newcastle fans stayed away from St James's Park today, presumably protest at the way Mike Ashley's running the club at the moment. The move will not have improved up on Tyneside tonight with that opening day defeat to Arsenal. And Leicester and Wolves have drawn 0-0. Bit of VAR controversy in that game as Azpilicueta gets a crossing from the right hand side into the penalty area towards Tammy Abrahams. It was nodded away. Harry Maguire then winning the second header as the ball was pumped in again from the right hand channel. And here come Manchester United again, and it was Pogba leading out the charge that time and ran into traffic as the ball is now back to Kepa. Kepa gets it away. And now the ball's given away, and a chance there for Martial, is it? Anthony Martial to the left of the area, right footed. Hit it tamely though. Straight at the goalkeeper. And that was a real opportunity there for Manchester United. Kepa, and it might have been Zuma there, just dawdling about a little bit, and then in the end Martial had one stab at it. Hit it with his right side of his right foot, and Kepa got down very comfortably to smother the ball and grab it. Both have had a chance each. Chelsea have hit a post, and Martial's hit one straight into the centre of the goalkeeper's body. So 0-0 it is at Old Trafford, but both teams have had a chance each. As De Gea plays out from the back, finds Victor Lindelof again. Nearly coming up towards the ticking by the 8-minute mark. You can comment on the comment section. Keep your comments clean. We are a family show. 8 minutes gone now. United 0, Chelsea 0 at Old Trafford. A long ball forward, but that should be Kepa's, who can pick it up just about inside his penalty area. And there's no imminent threat at the moment. Cracking atmosphere at Old Trafford and opening day. Always is when Manchester United are at Old Trafford. It's always quite full, despite the way the club's been run. Ed Woodward again under fire. They had certain deals tied up and they didn't get them over the line. They were after another striker. They were in the market for Dembele as well for quite some time, but that never came to fruition. He almost went to Tottenham, as it happens, Paulo Dybala. United will be disappointed they didn't really get that X factor of a striker and they so desperately needed. There have been calls for Ed Woodward's head, but they have spent big in improving the back though. Bosanka and one or two others, Harry Maguire being another one. But here come Chelsea now, the youthful Chelsea, and a good cross in there towards Abraham. Just couldn't get on the end of it. Now Pedro, edge of the penalty area, left hand side, gets it out towards the far side, and another crossing there from Mason Mount. Got a little deflection which took it away from Abraham and into the path of David De Gea, who gathers it in no problem. But it was a good cross. In fact, it was Cesar Azpilicueta who got the initial crossing, not Mason Mount as I initially thought. And if you're wondering why I'm speaking like I am and keeping my voice a little bit down. It's just because I've got a little bit of a tickly throat at the moment, so I'm just trying to keep my voice very much intact. So I might be on a bit of a whispering side of the commentary, but it's bear with me. This is Wan-Bissaka now for Manchester United, 0-0, 10 minutes of the first half played here at Old Trafford in the Premier League opening weekend. So far seen wins for Liverpool, for Manchester City, for Brighton, for Burnley, whose match will be delayed, whose commentary on the game, I was there yesterday, and so my commentary was recorded, and that will be played out tomorrow evening around about 7:30. So you'll hear the full 90 minutes of that game delayed tomorrow night. If you, as I said, that game at Turf Moor delayed. Draw between, and there was a draw for Sheffield United, win for Tottenham, and a draw and a point apiece between Crystal Palace and Everton, who had a man sent off down at Selhurst yesterday. Not between Leicester and Wolves earlier today. Wolves have been playing in Europe on the midweek. They won quite comfortably actually, 4 maybe 5-0 I think against the team they were playing. They've got the second leg to come among you on Thursday. There's also the Super Cup coming up in midweek, and of course the northern section of the League Cup, the Carabao Cup as well, so plenty of midweek football to come. And next week it's back to the ground again of the Premier League. It's actually been good to have it back. In a lot of respects, the Premier League, it's always quite nice to see it, and been absolutely enjoyable. Here's Wan-Bissaka down the right hand side for Manchester United, well intercepted there. Again, Manchester United just teetering a little bit there. Shot got a little deflection and De Gea having to turn it away. It was Mount's shot. They're having a go here, Chelsea. That's good to see. Pedro now gets it out to Azpilicueta, back inside to Jorginho, back to Azpilicueta again. Pedro now far side, short to face him. Azpilicueta now trying to get the cross in. It's another throw to Chelsea far side. They're playing some good stuff at the start of the first half. Manchester United 0, Chelsea 0. Premier League. Just remember my voice is a bit lower because I've got a little tickly throat, so apologies if the commentary isn't up to the usual standards. But we are very fortunate to bring you this game live this afternoon. There was a little bit of doubt whether we would do or not, but we are doing, because we like to please our listeners with the biggest and best games. And of course you'll have delayed commentary of the match at Turf Moor yesterday. I won't give away the score too much. Mason Mount has really had an impressive start to the game. 13 gone, United 0, Chelsea 0 at Old Trafford. And it's been a good first half so far. Zuma plays it up to the near side this time, and Emerson goes back to Kurt Zouma, on loan at Everton last season, incidentally. Zouma, a really decent season under Marco Silva. We're looking to improve a bit and try and crush that top 6 this season. Everton didn't really get a ready-made replacement for him. Now there's an injury here to McTominay down inside the United half. Now this could be a bit of a problem. McTominay, to his credit, is a tough character. Got to be, if you're coming up through the ranks at Manchester United, you've got to be a tough competitor. 14 gone as Martial starts chasing again, but Christensen is there first over on the far side and wins a throw. Lukaku felt he was fouled there. We do have VAR in operation. Just to remind you of the VAR officials, Stuart Atwell, Birmingham, and his assistant Stephen Child. They're down in London, so we'll be able to pinpoint it. And there's no big screens, interestingly enough, here at Old Trafford, which is quite unbelievable. And Manchester United, in fact, are the youngest average age this season, this weekend. Their squad, their starting 11, stands at an average age of 24 years, 227 days. Norwich second with a mere 25 years in 86 days. But here come Chelsea now. Good spell this from Frank Lampard's men, who I've tipped in fact to be fourth in the podcast. If you haven't seen the podcast, we did nearly 2 weeks ago with myself, Chris Whiteman and Russ Vernon. You'll be able to hear it now on YouTube. Don't forget that. Here's Martial now, left hand side into the penalty area, so it's play 1-2 there with Rashford, but the ball breaks loose and again Mount gets Chelsea going once again, but to no avail. Ball is out on the near side, 5 yards from halfway on the near side. Wan-Bissaka takes the throw, and Lingard gets the ball back to Harry Maguire, or to Lindelof, now Harry Maguire, and then Maguire gets it back to David De Gea, his Manchester United future was in doubt, but he signed a new contract with the club. And there was also talk about Pogba going in the summer. That never materialised either. 16 gone, still goalless. As the ball gets forward, that's surely a foul there, but the referee's waved it on, and Rashford goes down. Penalty given. And VAR no doubt will be checking that, but it looked a penalty. And all that early promise from Frank Lampard's men could be about to be obliterated. They're going to check it with VAR, but it's Rashford breaking in the area. Zuma's there. Well, was there contact? That's the key question here. Hopefully Panini's on our VAR man and he can tell us exactly what happened, but I think the penalty is going to be given. However controversial it may well be, gives Manchester United an early opportunity now in the 17th minute, and it's the man who was fouled who's going to take it, Marcus Rashford. Stepping up to the plate here. Scored his last 3, 2 to the goalkeeper's right, 1 to the goalkeeper's left. But this is a big moment in the game after 17.5 minutes. Marcus Rashford from 12 yards. Remember, the goalkeeper must not move off the line, must have at least 1 foot on the line as the kick is being taken. And VAR will check for encroaching as well. So it's going to be right-footed. Marcus Rashford from 12 yards against Kepa. Runs up, hits it right-footed, and he finds the left-hand corner. And Manchester United, having soaked up a lot of pressure from Chelsea, take the lead through Marcus Rashford. Cool penalty. Right up into that top corner. And Old Trafford rejoices. And a setback for Frank Lampard in his first match as Chelsea manager. Just a bit too high for the diving Kepa. It went the right way, went to his right as he looked at it. The ball went left from the kicker's viewpoint, and into the left hand corner it went perfectly. Nerves of steel for Marcus Rashford, and Manchester United go 1-0 ahead. 18 minutes gone. And Kurt Zouma will be annoyed with himself giving away the penalty. VAR checked it and it was a perfectly legitimate penalty. Now what Chelsea have to do is not panic. They've proved enough in the opening 20 minutes that they are capable of causing a scare or two for Manchester United here. More to play over on the far side. So our penalty converted after 18 minutes by Marcus Rashford has put Manchester United ahead. But no emotion, no sign of a smile there from Solskjaer. Got the job permanently back in March. Hopefully he can follow the old blueprint of the club, bringing the youth through and bringing back the ethos which has stood for so many years here at Manchester United. And a free kick to Manchester United on the far side, another infringement, so opportunity for the likes of McTominay and Maguire to come forward, especially Maguire. Pogba's there too. Rashford's on the edge of the penalty area. It's from the left hand side, 20 gone. It's a free kick to Manchester United. Left it in from the left hand side, and it came through to Maguire there to the right of the 6-yard box, and his cross was charged away, and it will be a corner to Manchester United. It's a good free kick. Chelsea just stood and watched the ball just go straight to Harry Maguire. And thankfully for them, he's not renowned for his crossing ability, Harry Maguire. He's still staying forward for this corner. The line of about 4 of them: McTominay, Pogba, Maguire, all in that line as Herrera sends this corner in from the right hand side. It's a deep one towards the back post, well defended in fact by Christensen. And now Pogba has it on the left hand channel, tries to chip the ball in, hits a defender. Shaw will get it back, and Lindelof would stay back from the corner. Will quite wisely get it back to David De Gea, defending the Stretford end, Manchester United, in the first half. Attacking the goal to our right, and this is Martial now, left of the penalty area, cuts inside, Martial tries the shot, deflects away, comes for Herrera, but the flag is up for an infringement or a foul there, or something amounting to that on Christensen. Might be an injury actually. Not certain it's a head injury. Yeah, of course they've had, then it is an head injury, so they can stop the game if it is to the head. Not from first glance it wasn't, but as you see, Pogba goes in there and catches accidentally Christensen on the head, so I think the referee was well within his rights to stop the game. 22 gone. Players are getting a much needed drinks break whilst that's taking place. As we just see that incident again. It wasn't the goal. Of course, the old-fashioned battling drop ball has now been outlawed this season. Who thinks of these daft rules? I mean, there's nothing as a football purist I love more than a drop ball to be contested, but unfortunately we're dealing in the edge of sportsmanship here, listeners. So it means that there has to be a sportsmanship thing, and the drop ball is never going to be contested, so Zuma now can bring it away, and in fact hits it back to David De Gea. So I would have fancied a 50-50 drop ball there, and that's taken away a little bit of element of the game, really. I mean, who makes these daft rulings up, really? Anyway, back to the game, and it's Manchester United on the break again. As Lingard tries to get forward, and he does really well there, the England international. He's got Wan-Bissaka on the right hand side. Wan-Bissaka, great promising right back. And he does really well. Wan-Bissaka gets his cross in, deflects up in the air. Kepa watching it all the way, he decides to punch rather than catch. McTominay's inside the area to the left hand side. His attempted cross was charged down. Pogba wins possession. 24 gone, still 1-0 to United. That penalty on 18 minutes for Marcus Rashford. Plenty of football coming your way on the JB Court YouTube channel, and it won't be just my voice, and of course we'll be introducing new voices throughout the season. Chris Whiteman hopefully during the week for the Super Cup final. We'll have to talk to him about that one later on, see if is available for that. And then hopefully we'll be able to introduce Mike Harniman next week, and Russ Burnham later in the month as well. So you're going to hear more than just myself commentating on the games as the ball's been lifted in. And so far we will not have a live match that has ended goalless. This is our 5th live match of the season, and not one of them will finish goalless. And a grand total of something in the region of 12 goals in our live commentary game, starting last month against Wolves when they took on the Crusaders in Europe, followed by a further 3 against Nottingham Forest last Saturday, last Saturday, and then a week later, and then a week ago 2 more in the Community Shield, another 5 at Anfield on Friday, and 1 here this afternoon so far. And we're now into the 26th minute. Manchester United, a team I tipped to finish 7th because I didn't think their squad was spirited enough, maybe in terms of team spirit. Plenty of individual player, maybe not enough in sort of team spirit. Well, they're surprising me at the moment. And they're 1 up. Today it was a draw between Leicester and Wolves at the KP Stadium. And a win for Newcastle, win for Arsenal up at Newcastle. Elliot Aubameyang with the winning goal. But only 2 goals scored in over the 3 fixtures so far. 1 at Newcastle to Arsenal, and 1 here at Old Trafford. With that penalty after 18 minutes from Marcus Rashford. The ball is up back, it's out of play. Just remember, for those who have not got Twitch and would like to hear the commentary back, this live broadcast in its entirety this afternoon will be uploaded on to YouTube a bit later on for your enjoyment. As Kovacic now has possession on the left hand side for Chelsea. Jorginho in possession and finds Christensen. Now Azpilicueta to Pedro on the far side, just inside the United half, but they have to go back over halfway here. Chelsea, and back to Kepa. They go. Now Zuma, the man who gave away the penalty with his clumsy challenge. I'll get it back to Kepa once again. Manchester United absolutely giving Chelsea to the cleaners, but Maguire's been dominant. Wan-Bissaka's shown some good moves down that right hand touch line. And this opening 27 minutes. 27 and a half minutes here at Old Trafford, I should say. Azpilicueta now on the far side. Good ball in there. And the cross, attempted cross by Pedro is charged away. It will be a throw in. Get off Harry Maguire. You take it quickly in line with the edge of the penalty area of Manchester United. This throwing from Chelsea. Azpilicueta now gets it back. Jorginho, and now taken down on the chest of Kovacic. It's a nice ball out to Emerson now. It's Wan-Bissaka, goes out for a throw to Chelsea, laying line on the near left hand side of the Manchester United penalty area, edge of the 18-yard box. Emerson takes the throw right down there by the tunnel. Barkley wins another throw in. $97 million is the American transfer fee for Harry Maguire. So in the region of about £80 million in sterling. It just shows how much expensive footballers are these days. I remember players being expensive for £2 to £3 million, and they thought that, and in those days they were very expensive transfer deals. Shows that inflation's moved on, time has moved on, and football's moved on. And as the ball is played back to Kepa, it remains 1-0 to Manchester United. That penalty goal on 18 minutes from Marcus Rashford, who, remember, didn't cost Manchester United a penny, came through the youth system. Louis van Gaal was the man who brought him through. Came to prominence in a Europa League game, knockout game, where they won very handsomely against in that night, although they went on against Liverpool and lost in the next round. As Wan-Bissaka goes forward for United, now finds Martial, now McTominay in towards Wan-Bissaka, showing the moves. down the right hand side in towards almost finding Pereira that time. And away comes Barkley now for Chelsea. Well, he's giving it away now to McTominay, and there's plenty forward. And here's Jesse Lingard on the edge of the area. Martial there too. Martial's shot, right footed over the top. He's had a couple of presentable opportunities, the Frenchman, but he really hasn't taken any of it. Any of them so far, and he's opening half an hour here at Old Trafford. High, wide, and absolutely not so handsome. So a goal kick, which Kepa in goal, in a yellow, and an old yellow strip, kicks away. And Kovacic now, Chelsea, remember, blue shirts, blue shorts, white stockings, getting it forward. Abraham, who hasn't had much to feed on now for the last sort of 5 or 10 minutes. Oh, it's a chance here inside the area for Chelsea. Oh, and the ball played back behind Tammy Abraham. And what an opportunity. It was Mount who played the ball in to the right hand side of the penalty area, and all he had to do was play it towards Abraham, and the ball went behind as the cross came in from the right hand side, well dealt with by Manchester United. Mason Mount, a very highly rated player. As Manchester United now come forward once again. Martial has missed 2 presentable opportunities. Goes past 2 players inside the area. Chelsea defenders will have to stay on their feet for the moment. Shaw's beaten to it, but then the chip is in there towards the penalty area, and Pogba was right in there. Inside the penalty area, couldn't get enough purchase with the header, and just misheaded it. Just lacked a little bit of direction on the header. Now here come Chelsea with Barkley. Barkley doing well. He run about 40 yards with the ball. Tries to play 1-2 there with Abraham, and his first touch, Abraham, was not heavy enough or strong enough, and Manchester United come away with a Pereira. And Pogba's dispossessed. He's dispossessed so easily by Abraham, and then gives the ball away. Again, a poor pass to Barkley, which was well intercepted, and now Maguire wins possession. Both teams in the last sort of 90 seconds or more guilty of giving away the ball countless times. 32.5 minutes gone. Manchester United 1, Chelsea 0. 18 minutes to go. Scored by Marcus Rashford from the penalty spot after he was fouled inside the area by former Everton player Kurt Zouma. Wan-Bissaka now picking it up now from Manchester United. And there's a foul there, or an injury there on the near side. In fact, it is a foul. Just trying to make out who it is. It's Rashford, I think. As he received the ball from Wan-Bissaka's initial pass. Big season this for Marcus, and for Jesse Lingard too, after his hotel room antics during the summer. Wasn't the behaviour of a Manchester United player, and he should know better, being a product of that. And here he is now on the ball, Jesse Lingard. Terrific player, just needs to keep his behaviour in check, I reckon. Good football again from Manchester United. They didn't look a good prospect in attack. Ball given away though to Pogba, and now Lingard gets it again on the far side. Infield of Pogba, 25 yards or so from goal. Here's Pogba again, and the flag is up surely against Rashford, who sticks the ball in the back of the net. But I'm certain that Adam Nunn, the near side official, was Johnny on the spot. They're just checking it for VAR just to make sure, but I'm certain that goal will not stand. All played in. It doesn't look as if there was a deflection. There may have been a free kick actually. Certainly got there late, Kovacic. Was there a free kick maybe? Well, who knows, but Kovacic is being spoken to there by the referee, and the VAR just checking to make sure that was offside. And indeed Rashford was about 4 yards offside, so it was the correct decision. Here's Barkley now at the upper end, 25 from goal, gets a shot off and just wide on the right hand post of David De Gea, closest Chelsea have come since Abraham hit the post early doors. That was a really good opportunity for Frank Lampard's men to get themselves back on terms as we go into the final 10 minutes of the first half here at Old Trafford. Lampard and Jody Morris just in their technical areas down below us. Manchester United leading. But it's been far from perfect. Chelsea have offered a lot. And they go again, and another shot left-footed from Pedro this time, cutting in from the right-hand flank. Straight down the throat of David De Gea, who catches it no problem. Now Pereira now for Manchester United. Back in field once again to Martial, who's missed two great opportunities for Manchester United to try and double the lead. And here Martial gets forward again. Pereira's there too. A foul has been given against Pereira, or in favour of Pereira, yellow card to the offender, which was Kurt Zouma, the man who gave away the penalty. It was a bit of a clumsy challenge, the penalty challenge, and this one was a clumsy one too. So Zouma quite rightly in the book. Just makes you wonder with the consistency of officials when you see a nasty tackle like the Trey Adams one at Burnley yesterday, which wasn't even punished with a yellow card, when he could have easily broke Ben Mee's leg. And you get a challenge like that, which is probably a little bit less, quite less than that, and gets a yellow card. I'll never understand the mentalities of certain referees or officials, but there we go. My weekly moan at referees. Here's the free kick then by Pereira from the right hand side. Very deep one, but I think the flag has gone up for offside this time, and Chelsea have a free kick. But there might have been an infringement, in fact, by possibly Harry Maguire. So the free kick has been given, I think. So here we go again. Kovacic now for Chelsea, finding Emerson down this left-hand touch line. And he goes down. Referee says foul. A free kick to Chelsea in a decent position. 5 yards, almost nearly in line with the edge of the penalty area of Manchester United on this side, the left-hand side, and Ross Barkley's going to take it. 25 yards or so, but it's right almost on the left touch line. A real opportunity now as we go into the 38th minute of the game. Can Chelsea get level? Looks like it might be Emerson with his left foot, or will it be Barkley with the right? It's going to be Barkley with the right foot here. He swings it in. It's a poor free kick. Didn't really clear the first man in the penalty area. It was a really poor telegraph. It was very telegraphed, that free kick, I have to be honest. Chelsea have kept possession now on halfway when the United did clear it. Plenty of games coming up next week as well in the Premier League. Of course, the Super Cup final to come on Wednesday between Liverpool and Chelsea, and we might see a bit of history. In fact, we will see a bit of history made. The first ever female official team to take part in a major men's competitive game, and that will be on Wednesday. And now it's Barkley, now gets it in. Oh, what a save! It comes out to Christensen, to Jorginho, who hits the shot into the crowd. It was Barkley's left foot. He cut it from the left hand side into the penalty area. It was a marvellous run, and in the end gets it onto his left foot. De Gea saved with his legs, and then Jorginho came in, and Harry Maguire made the telling block on the follow-up. Chelsea go in search of a late equaliser at the end of the first half. 6 minutes plus stoppage time left before the half-time break, and here's Barkley now, edge of the penalty area. Just to create a 1-2 there, but can't succeed in doing so. Ball out towards the far side here. We'll be on the air until the very end of the match, and then we'll have to go soon after the final whistle, folks. It's going to be a short but sweet live commentary today. But here's a chance now, and off the bar! The shot from Emerson, the left-footed, smacks the angle of post and bar, and that's twice now. Chelsea have hit the woodwork in this first half. And the funny thing is, they didn't pick Emerson up here. Lindelof's header out, and in fact, yes, it's the angle of the left-hand post and crossbar. Oof, Jesus. It's the inside of the post and off the bottom of the crossbar. Chelsea could have easily had 2 goals in the opening 40 minutes. But as it stands, it's still 1-0 Manchester United. Oh my goodness me, what a game here at Old Trafford. A terrific, entertaining game. Both teams are really serving up at the moment. Jorginho finds Mount. Mount gets it out to the far side. Pedro is there. Pedro will run down the right hand side. Azpilicueta's on the overlap. Pedro goes inside, looking to find Mount. But the ball is out of play, and has that gone off Maguire? I think it might have been a no. No, it hasn't. Goal kick. There's plenty of positives, despite trailing for Frank Lampard to take away from this first half. They side have looked to fret. And they've had the post. They've hit the post and the crossbar twice in this first half. Well, they've hit the woodwork twice in the first half, I should say. As Luke Shaw comes forward now for Manchester United. 4 minutes to half time, plus any stoppages that he may see. Our 4th official down the road from Bolton, whose football club is in real threat of going out of business as well. And of course Bury as well. Bury's game called off against Accrington, and that's a real sad worry for them. As Chris Emerson now had to be very quiet there as he chested that ball down, with Rashford right behind him pursuing him. Concedes a throw into Manchester United near side. Wan-Bissaka to take, level with the edge of the 18-yard box of Chelsea. And now Lindelof now on halfway finds Harry Maguire. He's done really well, putting some really telling blocks during the first half here for Manchester United. After the break, we'll have full second half commentary of the second half of this compelling game, and then that's it for the evening of the weekend. And then hopefully we'll try and get back in the weekend. We'll announce if we can we'll announce any midweek games tomorrow or early Tuesday, and then just a question of dotting the I's and crossing the T's as well. And hopefully we can get some fresh voices in to describe some of the action as well as myself. I do fancy a little bit of the presenting work this season, so that's why we've extended the team of commentators, but we'll see them hopefully introduced in the second week of the season, which takes the load off myself. But I hope you're enjoying the commentary of this game here at home, as Martial gets the ball, and that's a wonderful ball now. Chances here for United. Ball played back to Martial, 25 yards out. McTominay has it on the far side. Well, it's rather Shaw has it on the far side, I should say. Feels a handball not given, and here's Pogba still inside the Chelsea half. And now Rashford has drifted out to the left hand side into Martial inside the penalty area, and again he could have got the shot off earlier, and he's lost possession right inside the penalty area. It's a great moment there. That could have been for Manchester United, but it wasn't. And in the end it comes to Ross Barkley. Barkley running at all comers, gets the ball forward, and they lose possession here. Well, this is live here on Twitch, and then later uploaded to the JB Carrot YouTube channel. Hope you're all enjoying the matches at home. And of course it's always a great thing to have the biggest and best games. Well, I always like to bring you, of course we'll bring you commentary of Burnley, the late commentary of Burnley's match yesterday tomorrow evening. There's a bit of a weekend bonus. This is the final game of week 1 of 38, and we've had some terrific action. So this is we're down to after today there'll be 370 more Premier League games left to play, and if we see some entertainment like we're in, not really too many 0-0 draws, just the 2 out of the 10 games we've seen this weekend. Which certainly proves the point. 15 seconds of normal time left to play. And it's Manchester United in possession with Martial on the left-hand side. 10 seconds of normal time to play. And Shaw's made a good dart and he can't find Lingard. It was well cut out. In fact, my Christian said. And now Mason Mount for the Blues. At the moment, it's not looking like a blue day, it's looking like a red day. 2 minutes of stoppage time, for which we're 12 seconds into the first of the two. Manchester United 1 up. Goal on 18 minutes from the penalty spot. Marcus Rashford is the difference as we go rapidly towards half time. And here's Christensen once again. Good football again. Pedro has it near side. Christensen back in field again. Kovacic trying to play the ball in, and it was a good ball, a nice idea, but well cut out. Got about a minute and 10 of the first half remaining. You can make comments as well. Keep your comments clean. I will be able to read them out on screen. So get your comments in. Don't be shy as the ball comes into the penalty area and headed away by Wan-Bissaka inside the penalty area from the right hand side cross. Now number 19, Mason Mount. Plenty to say for himself. Back to Kovacic. Kovacic back inside again. Jorginho back to Mount. Now Emerson, left hand side. 30 seconds of the 2 minutes left to play. I should also stress it's a minimum off. Barkley back inside. And this is good football from Chelsea. Is there an end product to this? Crossing from the left hand side, but it's too close to Davide. Came off his line, takes possession comfortably, and surely now Manchester United should see out the remaining 15 seconds of the first half stoppage time without any trouble at all now. But it's a very, very tight game to say. Still 1-0 to United, but Chelsea have had the best of it. Have hit the woodwork twice, but trailed to that clumsy challenge and half time by Kurt Zouma on Marcus Rashford, and Rashford took the ball into the back of the left hand corner of the net, and we have a half time situation here at Old Trafford in the biggest match of the weekend in terms of the top teams being paired up against each other. It's Manchester United 1, Chelsea 0 as Frank Lampard makes his way down the tunnel by the Stretford end. Knows he's got a big 15 minutes now. This is where he earns his money. And can Manchester United see the job out, or can Chelsea come back? He'll be encouraged by what he's seen in the first half. Lampard, they hit the woodwork twice in the first half. One through Abraham and one through Emerson. Both hitting the left hand side of the upright. First one hitting the post and the second one hitting the left hand angle of post and crossbar. So plenty for Frank Lampard to go on, but his team at the moment trail Manchester United 1-0 thanks to an 18th minute penalty from Marcus Rashford. We're going to take a 10-minute break, rejoin us again for the second half, and hopefully some comments in the comment section below as well. Until then, enjoy your refreshments, enjoy your chill out, and we'll be back in time for the second half in just over 10 minutes time. See you after the break. Welcome back to Old Trafford as we prepare to get the second half underway. Manchester United got Chelsea to kick off, and they're going to be attacking the goal to our right where all their supporters are based, or some of them are, and Manchester United in the red shirts attacking the goal to our left hand side to the Stretford end as already Tammy Abraham is on an early break here for Chelsea down the left hand side. Can Chelsea get an early equaliser? They forced a corner. No changes from either side at half time, but I will remind you of the 2-11s and substitutes as soon as we get a break in play, because at this moment in time Chelsea are already on the break and they're already looking for this equaliser. I hope you all had a good natter amongst yourselves at half time and talked about the game. We haven't had a comment yet. We'd love to hear one from somebody as well, and we'll have to choose a JB man in the match later on in the second half as the corner comes in towards Zuma. And the ball comes into play, out of play for a goal kick to Manchester United. So I can give you the recap of the two teams. So Manchester United, De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof and Luke Shaw. And then it's Scott McTominay, Paul Pogba, and Pereira and Jesse Lingard. And then Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford. Juan Mata, Ashley Young, James, Romero, Greenwood, Matic and Tonali are the substitutes. But from Chelsea it's Kepa in goal, and it's Azpilicueta, the ball out of play over on the far side for throwing the Manchester United level their own area. Kepa, Azpilicueta, Zuma, Emerson, Christensen, Jorginho, Pedro, Barkley, Mason Mount, Kovacic and Tammy Abraham up front. On the bench for the Blues, Alonso, N'Golo Kante, Caballero, Kennedy, Giroud, Pulisic and Tomori. So a very strong bench. Anthony Taylor's the referee from Brittonshaw. Gary Bezic and Adam Nunn are the two linesmen. Ray Mason from Bolton's the fourth official. And the VAR ref is Stuart Atwell of Birmingham, assisted of course in London by Stuart Child. So 47 minutes gone, 2 minutes into the second half, still 1-0 to Manchester United. Earlier today, don't forget Chelsea, or rather Arsenal won their match away at Newcastle. As Lingard goes in pretty hard there, and Kovacic, and very lucky there not to have seen yellow for that. Well, he would be lucky, but he has been booked. Put the commentator's curse on myself. 2.5 minutes gone in the second half. Lingard has been booked. I said he'd be very lucky to escape a booking, and indeed the yellow card comes out. But Chelsea go backwards instead of forwards. And here's number 4, Christensen. Christensen just always sit forward with his right foot over the halfway line, midway inside the Manchester United half. Picked up again by Pogba. A little flick by Martial, but given away to Mason Mount. And Mount can get Chelsea going once again. Abraham now almost got mounting down that near side once again. He's made some terrific bursts as Mason Mount as Zuma comes across there for Chelsea, does a bit defending, didn't leave it to Kepa. That was good sensible play that time by Zuma, whose error led to the opening goal of the game when the penalty was ordered to Manchester United, when Rashford was clumsily tugged to the floor. Martial has got a bit of a knock and he's limping on the near side, I see, as Pogba tries to take the ball deep inside his own half, but the ball's been given away, and now Jorginho can lead the break. Emerson now for Chelsea. 1-0 down, remember, 18th minute. The penalty came from Marcus Rashford. The first of the big hitters colliding against each other. There's going to be masses of these games coming up on the JB Claret YouTube channel over the next 9 months. I can tell you, plenty of these big heavyweight matches as well. So I like to bring you the best in Premier League commentary, and we are doing so. But your 2 live commentaries from Anfield and today at Old Trafford. We've got a delay one to come tomorrow from yesterday at Burnley. And so we always try and make a habit every season to bring you a first class game, either live or delayed, as they played Southampton. And good to see Bobby Charlton in the crowd there, still looking sprightly now, must be into his late 80s in terms of age. Alex Ferguson also there as well, he looks very well. He's 76 now, Sir Alex. Doesn't look a day over 60 to me. He's not aged over the last few years, Alex. and he looks well after that recent health scare, of course, and you know, he was he'll certainly go down as an icon at Manchester United. Took over in 1986. It took him 4 years to galvanise the club and getting them back towards the top end of the league. And finally, in '93, they managed to win their first league title in 26 years. That was some achievement, and of course, United have not won the league since Ferguson retired 7 years ago. Succession of managers, 4 managers have tried since. David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and now Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the latest, to try and emulate the great Sir Alex Ferguson. Here's Pedro now, edge of the area, gets it onto his right foot and just hits it over the top. There may have been a slight deflection. Chelsea claim a corner. I'm not sure if it's been given or not, but we'll check in a minute. But Pedro there, showing why he's still a very good player. Ex-Barcelona, of course. A man certainly for the big occasion. I think it must have gone a nick because it is a corner. Mason Mount's gone over to take it on the far side. And yeah. And here goes into the penalty area. There's the ball in. And we've got some comments here. Aquaninis 313. Streams like the game live. Chelsea forward. I'm about to do animated. I don't know what you mean by animated, but let me know. But of course, anyone else like to comment? Please keep your comments clean and keep it involved with the game. And let me know your opinions on how Manchester United and Chelsea are going to fare throughout the season. As Lingard goes on a 50-yard run and was surely tripped there, and it's got to be a free kick. About 35, maybe 40 yards from goal central. Jorginho has been booked. But that was a terrific run from the near side from Jesse Lingard into the centre of the park. Left hand side, good running there from Jesse, and wins a free kick for Manchester United, who we remember for that 18th minute penalty with Marcus Rashford. Chelsea hit the post and the bar. During the first half as well. But they've got a free kick to defend here. Maguire and McTominay both forward. Solskjaer asking. So it's going to be Pereira over this one. So something like 40 yards, 5 yards from goal. Still a long way out. I don't think it's going to be a shot. It would take something special to score from there, and he's chipped it. He's in fact knocked it out to the far side. It's Wan-Bissaka now to get a cross in, and he kept it in very well by the far byline, and he did really well there. And here's Pogba back to Wan-Bissaka, right hand side, infield to Lingard. Oh, good control by Lingard. He did really well there, and then has to play the ball out towards the near side, and it's Shaw. Shaw finds Rashford, who's just gone into the left hand side a bit. Martial's still in the box. And Rashford trying to play through into the penalty area, but it was well charged down. Now Wan-Bissaka has it just inside the area. Low cross into the penalty area. Maguire of all people trying to turn. And then the shot from Rashford was charged down on the edge of the penalty area. Now Shaw has it on the left hand side. Martial. The ball deflects off a defender from the initial cross. Martial to try again. Now Lingard has it deep inside Chelsea territory now. Chelsea on the back foot all of a sudden. Here's Rashford to get the ball into the 6-yard area again. Well defended this time from Zuma, but only as far as McTominay. But then he loses possession, and Ross Barkley came back to rob him of the ball quite cunningly there, and Chelsea, for the moment anyway, survive. What a second half this is turning out to be. What a game this is turning out to be. It could still go either way, this massive encounter. Been very, very enjoyable. And just to remind you, in case we'll remind you of the subs in a little while. Mata, Young, James, Romero, Greenwood, Matic and Tanatsabi are the Manchester United subs. Chelsea subs: Alonso, Kante, Caballero the substitute keeper, Kennedy, Giroud, Pulisic and Tomori. And Chelsea have a strong bench. Manchester United slightly weak if you compare the two benches. 10 minutes gone in the second half, still remains 1-0 to Manchester United. That penalty goal early in the first half, 18 minutes from Marcus Rashford. Deciding things here at the moment is Azpilicueta gets a good crossing from the right hand side. Comes out to the near side again, a good shot and palmed away. A good right footed effort, palmed away, diving away to his left by David De Gea. Got two strong hands on it, diving across his 6-yard box. And he did well to palm that out. But it's still not over yet. Mount finds Kovacic. Finds Jorginho rather. And it was Barkley. Might have been Barkley who had the shot incidentally. But De Gea palmed away. Still remains 1-0 to Manchester United. Audio commentary of course. And you'll be able to hear this back on the JB Clark YouTube channel as well. Let's not forget. So it will benefit for those who haven't got the aid of Twitch, which is what we're broadcasting live on until the end of August, as the ball comes in, headed away by Lindelof. And McTominay loses possession, or Robert Pereira loses possession I should say. And now Chelsea trying to scramble the ball forward. It'll chip back inside, and now Mount takes over, finds Kovacic. Kovacic looks for options and he finds one in Jorginho, and then he swivels and turns. Mount goes past one player, daring and cunning to go past him, but can't win the ball. Now Lingard lays it off. Referee's going to blow up here. The player injured down on the deck, and it's a yellow card for Tammy Abraham. Trying to just find out who it might be actually. It might be Scott McTominay who's been fouled there. Just having a look who it might be. Yeah, it's Scott McTominay who's gone down. It was a bit of a lunge there, frustration, a bit of a hack there from Tammy Abraham. I don't think he has any cause to complain. A little wry smile there, but he is sporting enough to ask McTominay if he's okay, and that's good enough. But I think he's accepted the yellow card. As we see the opportunity, it wasn't, in fact it was Emerson's shot, and it was palmed away. In fact, Emerson with the shot with his left foot. De Gea got good fists on that and managed to get the ball away with enough power in those fists, and that was a really good piece of goalkeeping. Right, we're going to see a substitution now. Off comes Ross Barkley, and we're going to see the introduction and the debut for Chelsea of Christian Pulisic. Now let's see what impact that the guy, that this American international can make. He's a fantastic player, playing in Germany for Borussia Dortmund, I think. Yes, 73 million, 60 million pounds he cost from Borussia Dortmund. January signing, but he couldn't play during the second half of the season, but he makes his debut now. American international. See how he does on the ball. He wears number 22, let's not forget. And here he comes now and gets his first touch on the ball. He's going to be playing out on the left hand side. Oh, ball just about reaching Mason Mount there. That was a bit of a dicey ball that Chelsea played on the left hand side. Now Azpilicueta back in field. Now Mount. The rain's still pouring down here at Old Trafford. Typical Manchester weather, but nothing dull and liveless about this game. Only the one goal in it, but it's been action packed. Here's Azpilicueta again down the near side, and that's going to be a throw to Chelsea, or to Manchester United rather. 14, coming up to 15 minutes gone in the second half. Chelsea have made one of their 3 substitutions. Manchester United yet to make one yet. Still 1-0 to the men from Old Trafford as the ball hooked back towards the goalkeeper, Kepa. And Kepa gets the ball out to the far side. Still 1-0 here at Old Trafford. Great atmospheric ground, of course. So much history here at Old Trafford. Another free kick to Chelsea. And Christian Pulisic in the wall straight away. And he's down, injured on the ground. Wan-Bissaka. And a bit of a hack. In fact, he ran into Paul Pogba. That's what happened. So I presume that Pogba has been penalised there for obstruction, which should really carry a mandatory yellow card, but it hasn't been given to Paul Pogba. Anthony Taylor maybe a little lenient there. 60 minutes gone, it's still 1-0, half an hour left to play. And Pulisic can make a big difference for Chelsea. Boy, have they got themselves a player. But it's going to take a tough act to follow the likes of Eden Hazard, who single-handedly, a lot of people will argue, got Chelsea to the Europa final, got him into 4th place and won in the Europa League at the back end of the season. The other scores from today, in case you need reminding: Arsenal won with a second half goal from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, 1-0 up at Newcastle, and Leicester City and Wolverhampton Wanderers played out a VAR controversy-filled goalless draw. Highlights of which you can see later on Match of the Day 2. Here's Wan-Bissaka now for Manchester United. Right hand side, played into the penalty area. Martial tries to turn inside the area, and it's well snuffed out by Kurt Zouma for a corner. 61 gone here on the JB Claret Twitch channel, and it still remains 1-0. This is Manchester United's second corner of the match. Maguire, Rashford, McTominay both forward, Maguire especially. Lindelof looks as if he stayed back, so there's 4 in a line here. McTominay, Rashford, Pogba and Maguire all in a line of 4 as that corner comes in from the far side. Up towards Maguire, got the first header in, headed away again, but now Kovacic can bring it away. Finds Tammy Abraham, the centre forward, defending. Everyone was back there for Chelsea, it looked like, for me. 28 minutes left. Still 1-0 to Manchester United that go on 18 minutes by Marcus Rashford from the penalty spot after a penalty was ordered against Kurt Zouma for pushing, and he ran into the penalty area, Rashford, and it was put away with some aplomb. Leicester Wolves ended goalless. Gareth Southgate and Steve Holland, the England coaching staff, are both in the crowd. Of course, Southgate in his capacity as England manager, Steve Holland is his assistant, of course. And they're back in international action in September. So they should, barring accidents, be able to qualify for next year's European Championships next summer. And that's a tournament you can hear on the JB Claret YouTube channel next summer. And all 4 of our commentary team, myself, Chris Whiteman, Russ Vernon and Mike Harniman will be all in situ to bring you the best in commentary action from the tournament. 4 commentators in the tournament next year, and it'll be the same 4 during the season as well. We aim to cover all competitions from all different walks of life in English football and European football. Here come Chelsea now as they get the cross in, and it deflects. Breaks again now to Kovacic. Now Kovacic knocks the ball back. Still a chance here for Chelsea. Pulisic now takes the ball. Right it back to Kovacic. Virginia doesn't want the ball. He was hounded out, and now Christensen takes charge. And the ball out towards the inside, and it's Azpilicueta. At the moment, it's still 1-0. And remember the 65th minute mark. If anyone doesn't, and there'll be the JB Man of the Match award as well later on. Got a feeling that no one's going to be bothered voting for that. Nobody's even bothered commenting in the comment section, apart from that one guy there, and that's been truly disappointing. Anyway, back to the game. And Chelsea won a free kick which wasn't given, and here goes Marcus Rashford on the counter-attack. He's run some 50 yards with the ball, but just overhits the pass towards Jesse Lingard, who keeps it alive. Now a chance here for the cross to come in, and it's in, and it's going there from Martial from no more than 5 yards out, in front of the Stretford end, who go absolutely mad. And Manchester United lead Chelsea by 2-0. And Martial probably deserves that for his persistence Today he missed two great opportunities in the first half, but he took this one all right. Could Chelsea have had a free kick there? It looked like a pull there on Tammy Abraham. Referee Anthony Taylor didn't give it. And VAR would have checked it as well. As they keep their eagle eyes on everything as the ball came in. It was a great finish with the left foot. No chance Kepa. Good cross this from Pereira. And in fact with the right foot stabs it in. Side of his right foot stabs it in from no more than what? 4 yards? And through Kepa's legs. And well, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's bus is a very well-oiled machine right now. No danger of it coming off the rails today. 2-0. And it's all looking good right now. As Giroud comes on for Abraham. And we've got a problem. We've just got a little problem here with the live action, but we will endeavour to get that back. That's the danger of. That's the problem with the commentary streams. We always seem to have a problem or two with the feeds here at the moment. So we'll try and get these back for you as soon as we can. We've had one or two difficulties, but Manchester United in complete control of this game. They've looked really good. Play some really good stuff as well and get their 2-goal margin. It was a terrific move, but there will be question marks as to the referee. Was there a free kick on Tammy Abraham on the edge of the area in the build up to that? Well, I suppose it's the $64,000 question. As regards that, but Old Trafford is absolutely buzzing with delight now. Earlier today, Wolves drew 0-0 in their game at Leicester, and Arsenal winning for a late goal from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, which got them 3 critical points to start the season off. And they did it, of course, without Mesut Ozil and Kovacic as well. Both had security issues, of course. Didn't travel up for that reason. But of course, Arsenal fans gave a big cheer up at St James's Park this afternoon when they were introduced for the first time to Nicolas Pepe. That was a great thrill for them. And they have brought in Kieran Tierney and David Luiz in the transfer window. David Luiz was possibly the most left field transfer you could possibly have. But so far it's working great guns for them at the moment, and credit to Arsenal, they've done fantastically well and thoroughly deserve it. And it's 3-0 now, 3-0. We've missed, it's number 3, and Manchester United have gone 3-0 up. Terrific play this time, and we have missed the goal, but we'll bring it to, it's 2 goals in a minute, and it's 3-0 now. Marcus Rashford getting the third as we rejoin the game, and we'll let you know how that one came about. We have missed a goal, but we're going to see this through to the end. I am really sorry, folks, that you've missed the goal, but there we go. So 2 goals in a minute, and Frank Lampard's team are on the verge of defeat. And we'll try and explain how the move came about once we see a replay of it. But it's 3-0. and it's the game up as well. Wolves actually had a goal ruled out for VAR as well. We'll try and let you know how that came about later, but unfortunately it's all gone a bit wrong here. Certainly on our... See, that's the problem with technical faults. when things like this happen, it's a bit unfortunate, but it is 3-0 to Manchester United. We had sort of missed the goal in terms of that, but it was 2 in a minute. Anyway, we're back live now, and it's a chance there. So apologies for people who might have missed that at the moment. We'll see if we can sort of piece together the move which led to the third goal. But at the moment, apologies for the lack of technical. We had a few technical problems. Maybe it's all that Manchester rain, eh? That's led to that. But anyway, here's Kovacic now for Chelsea. 3-0 down. Don't forget, Rashford scoring that second goal in a minute. We'll see if we can piece together it all if they show a replay later on. We're with you until about the next 20 minutes or so, and then we'll be leaving you directly from Old Trafford. So I'm sorry if we've missed that goal for you, but it is 3-0 to Manchester United. 2 for Rashford, and apologies there, but we are back live with you now, and hopefully we won't miss another goal all season for you. You know, sometimes these commentaries can be great, sometimes we can have ropey ones and then ropey moments like this, but it's for you guys we make it. I do apologise to anybody that might have spoilt the enjoyment of this. Unfortunately, it's out of my control and out of my command, and BT will be getting a hefty word or two from my big mouth tomorrow morning for that misdemeanour. But so apologies, we haven't been able to bring you commentary of the third goal, but unfortunately technical problems happening in live broadcasts, and there's nothing I can do about that. But we'll try and piece together for a replay how that third goal came about, as Chelsea prepare to make a change. On comes number 7, N'Golo Kante, to replace Jorginho. It just hasn't quite worked for him today. A big decision by Lampard to bring Kante on the bench, and I say big in the terms that it was a big decision, as we're going to see young James come on now for Manchester United, and Pereira is the man to be replacing. So 3-0 as Andreas Pereira comes off. As I say, we've had technical difficulties now under the new directive. Players can go off at any point on the field whether they're being substituted, and Pereira now off the field, and it gives James a chance now to show what he can do. Sign from Swansea, Daniel James, £12 million. We got 4 goals in the Championship last season for Graham Potter's then team. Obviously Potter has moved on to pastures new at Brighton. But here's a chance now for Chelsea to pull one back into the penalty area and behind for a corner. Harry Maguire's had a super match. Has done absolutely superbly well. As soon as we get a replay of that Manchester United third, we'll be able to tell you how it all happened again. But as I say, it's very difficult when technical issues happen, and my internet provider will be getting a big earful from me for that tomorrow. So apologies to anybody who may have been offended by, or may have had their enjoyment spoiled. It's not through my fault, it's just the way the technical gremlins always come to bite you when it's at the worst times, or at the best times in a game. But it is 3-0, 2 for Rashford and 1 for Martial, 2 goals in a minute. And as Chelsea have a man down here, Jesse Lingard, the culprit, already on a booking, of course. Jesse Lingard. Old Trafford is absolutely buzzing now, that is for sure. and it really has been a dominant performance in the end for Manchester United. Chelsea offered a lot in the first half, but really have been second raters in the second half, in fairness. Quarter of an hour left to play. Hopefully we won't have any more technical issues. Still yet to see a replay of that third goal for Manchester United. As soon as they bring that cut to a replay, I'd like to see that one again. Anyway, here's Marcus Rashford again for Manchester United. Away from Kurt Zouma this time. Does really well. But well played, Pedro. Got out of the cul-de-sac. Still hasn't cleared it properly. Now Chelsea have. Remember Leicester winning at Leicester and Wolves drawing there. The VAR, the goal controversially chalked out for VAR, Wolverhampton Wanderers. And Arsenal winning through a late goal from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, which has given them 3 crucial points. So 3-0. And it's going to be a free kick, is it, to Manchester United? Yes, it is. And there's Alex Ferguson with his wife, Kathy. I think he's in a very good mood tonight. He's laughing and joking and goodness knows what there. So Alex, great man, manager. Always a real class act is Sir Alex. He was as a manager and a tactical genius in a lot of people's opinion. And here come Manchester United again, looking for a fourth. It's a corner. And Daniel James, the man they got from Swansea, it's been like 12 million quid. He's a bargain in today's currency. In fact, Daniel James will take the corner himself into the penalty. Here it goes, and knocked away by Kurt Zouma from practically the near post area. Wan-Bissaka, who's had a solid debut today for Manchester United. Back to Lindelof. Now Harry Maguire does really well there, the England international. Gets it down to Shaw on the left hand side. Back in field once again. And out of play. There's a foul from behind there by Azpilicueta. And Rashford, on the deck. 13 minutes to go. Well, baptism of fire for Frank Lampard's team. They've been soundly beaten, there's no doubt about that today. But as a Burnley fan, I'm praying that Manchester United don't score any more than the 3, because they would knock Burnley out of the top 4, annoyingly. And we wouldn't want that now, would we? But they have been good value for their 3-0 win today, and they've played some great football, especially in the second half. I believe, I feel that they've really come to the party today. Chelsea certainly came to the party in the first half. Wasted those 2 opportunities. I hit the woodwork. First the post from Tammy Abraham, and then Emerson hitting the post late on in the first, hitting the post and bar late on. If any of those 2 go in, it's a completely different ball game. It's 3-0. And he's been given away now. A chance here for Pulisic now to see what he's about, but he's running to traffic again. And Pogba does well, and he gets Rashford on his way. It's Marcus Rashford looking for the hat-trick. Rashford cuts inside, gets his shot off. Referee's happy, that's not a foul. Definitely not a penalty. And play on, says the referee. 11 minutes left to play, plus any time added on for stoppages. As Pedro now comes on, and it really has been a real baptism of fire today. So 3-0. And here's Mount trying to make something up, here for Chelsea, but there's back to foul there on Giroud. It's all got a bit messy now because there's missed a few substitutions, I think, as well. Your card's been given to Anthony Martial, I think, presumably for complaining. 10 minutes to play. Chelsea have a free kick, but they're 3 goals down. What can they cook up here? Of course, tomorrow we'll have delayed commentary of Burnley's opening match yesterday against Southampton. What a gacking game that was down at the turf yesterday, as the ball is swept into the penalty area. There's a Chelsea player gone down, and referee says no penalty, and here goes Pogba. Pogba through the centre, pursued by 2 Chelsea defenders who hasn't got the pace, but there's the ball laid in, and here's a chance for number 4. It's in the bottom corner, and it's young Daniel James who's got it. What a moment for him, and it's Manchester United 4-0 ahead. It's a terrific moment for them. Not so good for this Burnley fan because it drops Burnley out of the top 4, but which is annoying for me, but take nothing away from the corners of the finish past Kepa into the left hand corner. Right footed shot from young Daniel James, and £10 million signing from Swansea, and United now emphatically taking Chelsea to the cleaners in his second half. And he's overcome with emotion, the kid, and why not? You've just scored at the Theatre of Dreams. There was a slip inside the penalty area. It was never a penalty in a million years, but it was all started really with the ball through there, and then Pogba from Martial's pass played a 1-2, pursued by 2 Chelsea defenders, and he spotted quite rightly that James was in a much better position. Little dummy there, and it gets a little deflection actually, the right footed effort here, but a good dummy there first off, and then gets a deflection off Emerson, and Sassel sweetly in the left hand corner, and that's game, set, match now to Manchester United. And the team I've predicted they will finish outside the top 6 are beating the team I predicted that they would finish in the top 4 by 4-0. Funny how football comes back to bite you, doesn't it? 21-year-old, I should say, 5'7". Midfielder signed, as I say, for around £10 million from Swansea. This is Rashford now on the left-hand side, back in field once more. Luke Shaw. It's like the old days under Fergie, this really. Well, it shows how difficult it's going to be for Chelsea over the course of the 9 months, what with the transfer ban and everything. Lampard put a lot of faith in the younger generation today, but it just doesn't quite come off for him this afternoon. But look to come back in their first home match of the season, but the 4-goal deficit is a very tough one to take on your first game of the season. But I really do hope that Lampard gets his time to put his footprint on the team. It's not going to be a short-term project. They've got to give Lampard a couple of seasons to get what he needs in. The transfer embargo doesn't help their cause, so we can't really be too critical of what Lampard's having to do here. Hasn't been able to get the players he would have liked in the summer, so he's had to put his faith in the young lads. In fact, they've won a corner, but in spells they have played really well today, and you can't fault them for that. They do have a corner, however, 4-0 down, and we'll try and explain the 3rd goal as soon as we can. But one thing's for certain, Rashford with 2, Martial, and now Daniel James, as Chelsea look to try and profit from a corner from the far side, but it's come away again, and here come Manchester United. Martial on the break, but it was well policed there by Kovacic. Chelsea will just be wanting to get back into the sanctuary. The adjustments are made to come down from the sanctuary of the commentary box after a nightmare few moments in the second half where we missed a goal. As the shot comes in, oh, that's a good effort. Right foot from Mason Mount, and a good save there from David De Gea. Pedro laying it in. Mount is, despite being on the losing side, has had a good match. David De Gea's been in exceptional form. He's had to make a couple of key saves throughout the match, and they've proved valuable for Manchester United in terms of where the points will be heading come the end. That's an absolute certainty, as we're going to see a couple of changes to finish. Juan Mata and young Greenwood about to come on. They're going to replace, first of all, Marcus Rashford, who's getting a standing ovation. No hat-trick for Marcus today, but he certainly played his part. Penalty and Manchester United's third. Hopefully we'll get a replay of that. Greenwood comes on, so that's confirmed. And Juan Mata has replaced looks like Jesse Lingard to me. 5 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go now indeed. Although that says Rashford, but it is Jesse. There's on our screen Rashford. It is Jesse Lingard that's been replaced by Juan Mata. I can confirm. Yeah, there we are, the graphic now getting it right second time round. 4 minutes left to play. Man United 4-0 up, and in complete control. We'll be with you until about 6:25 this evening. Manchester United go in search of a fifth. Well, that's a sad moment for. I know it was a great moment for Daniel James, and for Manchester United it was a sad moment for us, because it now knocks us out of the top four, which is a little bit annoying. But never mind. Here's McTominay. United have been good value for their lead if you take the emotions out of it. And there's the ball into the penalty area, and almost another one. Greenwood was right in there and almost got a fifth for Manchester United. They played exceptionally well second half. They've really come to a party as a team, and that can only be good. Here's Paul Pogba once again back inside. We will remind you how that third goal went in. But what I will say is that the game's been played at a ferocious pace as well. So 4-0, and United really are sunk. Or Chelsea are sunk rather. And for all the YouTubers that always use for missing the third goal, technical fault, I cannot apologise enough. Anyway, here comes Chelsea looking to get one back. The shot was charged down. Abraham now trying to make something of it as he goes towards the far side. In fact, it's N'Golo Kante as the ball comes back, and it's headed away once more. And we're going to the final 2 minutes of normal time here at the end of the game. Coming to you live from Old Trafford. We've had technical issues, which is why we missed commentary of the third United goal, so apologies for that if you have missed it. But here's a chance now for one back for Chelsea, and it's almost in there from Pedro at the near post, the left hand side cross, and Pedro just couldn't turn it into the back of the net. He might have got a deflection actually, and it will be a corner. So plenty for Messrs Lampard and Jody Morris to mull over here. They've got Leicester City at home next week, and then they've got an away trip to Carrow Road to play Norwich, and then an even easier home game against Sheffield United. Mind you, Sheffield United showed a lot of fight and Yorkshire grit in drawing at a very difficult place at the Vitality against Bournemouth. So maybe they're not given those fixtures, but they are. Next three certainly are winnable. Leicester City drawing a blank today. They've lost Harry Maguire, of course. They really haven't replaced him. Tried to get Tarkowski from Burnley, failed in their attempts to do so. Meanwhile, Manchester United have won a free kick and another yellow card as the yellow cards start to mount up now. N'Golo Kante now the latest in the referee's notepad. Foul here on on Daniel James. That's 5 seconds of normal time at the end of the game. And Manchester United prepared to take the free kick. Daniel James is behind it. 4 odd minutes. In fact, it's one matter to take it with his left foot on the left hand side. Goes back in fact to Pogba. Now James. Now Shaw, back to James again. Left hand side, remember. And here's Pogba once more. Right footed, gets the ball in towards the far side of the penalty area. Down the ball comes back to Greenwood, who tries one shot, and then 2 United players go after the same ball and get in each other's way. And the attack, and that particular attack actually breaks down. So we're into the first of the 4 minutes. We've had 30, for which we've had 30 seconds of which. We're into about 25 past, 6:30 this evening. And then that's it for the evening. We'll be back on the air just after 7 o'clock with full match delay commentary of Burnley's match with Southampton on Saturday, and the Clarets game delayed. I'll be coming to you from Turf Moor as the ball comes forward, and by the way, there'll be no comment section for that one tomorrow. The JB man in the match, we're going to give it Marcus Rashford. I think his 2 goals has been a very good performance. His all-round play has been brilliant. So too has Martial, who's gone on the end of this through ball, but he's offside. He's done really well today. Well, we thought it might be a close game. We didn't expect it to be as clear-cut this, and certainly not a Manchester United result like this. As we come up towards the halfway point of the time added on at the end of this second live match. Fortunately, with technical itch stopped us from doing commentary on the 3rd goal, but we'll try and remind you how it came about. James has been fouled again by Azpilicueta down on the near side. It's another free kick to United. Just 2 more minutes to go. United's next league games are against Wolves away next week, then Crystal Palace here on August the 24th. So that's the next couple of games, and be interesting ones, that's for sure. Wolves will be a difficult proposition, that's for sure. Very unlucky not to win at Leicester today. Of course, they've got the rigours of Europe to consider as well. We're into the last 90 seconds, and as the cross comes in from the Chelsea left, it bisects everybody, including Olivier Giroud, who's a terrific finisher, but he can't get on the end of crosses like that. And goes out with a United throwing on the near side level with their own penalty box. 1 minute of the 3 or 4 left, and Wan-Bissaka's just feeling the effects a little bit now. He's had a solid debut today, done really well, and has played out of his skin. But Marcus Rashford is the JB man of the match. 40 seconds of the stoppage time left at the end of the second half, and it's Manchester United 4, Chelsea 0. Here's N'Golo Kante playing the ball forward, and now Pogba to win the possession. Pogba through the centre, but he's lost out again. And here's a chance now for Chelsea now. Man free on this far side. Real opportunity for the shot, and well saved, David De Gea. From the left hand side of the area, it was Emerson again, this time with the shot. Pulisic involved, Emerson on the left foot, struck it well, but it was straight down De Gea's throat, and he was able to flick it over the bar. And we're playing 4 minutes now, and this corner, all surely that remains of this match, as the corner comes into the penalty area, knocked away by Manchester United, and there goes the whistle. So a great result there for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. His wheels on the bus are certainly well-oiled machines, as he's Chelsea, as he humbles Frank Lampard's Chelsea by a big margin, 4-0, 2 goals for Rashford, 1 from the penalty spot, 1 each for Martial, and substitute Daniel James scoring on his first ever appearance, coming on as a substitute here at Old Trafford. A terrific moment for him. They move up into third place, knocking Brighton down to 4th and Burnley down annoyingly to 5th. Thank you very much, Daniel James. But they were good value for the win though, when you look at it logically, and they deserved it. And it's nice to see all the players shaking hands. There was a nice friendly handshake between Messrs Lampard and Solskjaer at the end. And well, it was just an annihilation in the end. We'll just try and explain before we go off air how the third goal came about. We didn't get see a replay. The Chelsea fans have already left the stadium without Frank Lampard staying to applaud them. There'll be a lot of Chelsea fans frustrated, but they've got to give Frank Lampard a chance. There were some bright moments in that game for them. They hit the post twice, remember, in the first half. And if they then would have gone in, it might have been a lot of much more of a different contest, that is for sure. Pulisic just couldn't get into the game at all since coming on as a substitute, and maybe that opportunity to use youth may have just backfired Lampard a bit instead of using his big game experienced players. Just see Mike Phelan there. And well, he's going to get his bearings together before a tricky home match against Leicester City next weekend. What a moment for Daniel James now to get the 4th one. That was a great finish, and he'll enjoy that and milk it for all he's worth, whatever happens to him in his career in football, however long he stays at Manchester United for. Harry Maguire had a solid debut at the back. He did really well, and there we go. So plenty still to look forward to. It's been a marvellous day, and next weekend we'll have hopefully the big game of the weekend, Manchester City against Tottenham Hotspur. Hopefully we'll have that for you at around about 5:30 next Saturday afternoon. We'll let you know if that is the case or not. Hopefully we'll bring you an earlier match as well. And on Sunday we'll bring you full match commentary of the early match tomorrow, next weekend, from Bramall Lane, as we bring you full match commentary definitely of Sheffield United against Crystal Palace. And then on Monday, on August the 19th, we'll bring you full match commentary again of Wolves against Manchester United from Molineux. So plenty of great football coming your way next weekend on the JB Claret Twitch and YouTube channels. Now it's Manchester United who have won riot here today by 4-0. Old Trafford's starting to empty now. Let's see if we can see. Let's recap the first 2 goals. And the first goal came from a penalty. But this was the opportunity in the 4th minute for Tammy Abraham. Right footed shot that came back off the post and away to safety. Lampard knows that was a great chance, and then Kepa making a mistake here, or rather Zuma making a mistake. Martial with the opportunity, first time shot well fielded by Kepa, but then Zuma in the action again, but for all the wrong reasons, pushes over Rashford in the penalty area. Anthony Taylor orders the spot kick and gives Manchester United a penalty, which Rashford duly converted, right footed into the left hand corner. So it was 1-0, and then Chelsea hit back again. This time it was an opportunity here for Emerson. Left foot hits the angle of the left hand post and bar, and it bounced away for a throw in. That was a great opportunity. And then Pulisic came on early in the second half to try and add something of a difference. He used to be an old Manchester United fan, in fact, with his father Mark, in fact. And so a moment for him there. And he replaced Ross Barkley at that point. In the 64th minute, Manchester United then went on the break. It was led by Marcus Rashford, and then Martial had just drifted to the left a bit, just overplayed it to Lingard. But what they did well was a good cross this from McTominay, and Martial from 6 yards stooped to conquer to make it 2-0. A terrific finish beyond the dive of Kepa, through his legs in fact. And then the third one. This is how it came about. Ball in the midfield, and it was over the top. Rashford stayed onside, went through and stuck it away to make it 3-0, and a marvellous goal it was too. There it is again. right footed into the net. That was the goal we missed actually. That was a really good goal. And then at the end, Daniel James, Paul Pogba involved, play the 1-2 with Martial on the left, cutting field. James, lovely little dummy, and then got it onto his right foot. Very acute angle, gets a deflection, and goes into the left-hand corner of the net, and makes it 4-0. And that's the way it was at the end of the game. So that's it from us on a very interesting day. Apologies for the earlier technical problems, which saw us miss the third goal, but hopefully that explained what happened at the third goal. And so there we go. So that's it from me, and we'll see you in the midweek. Hopefully we'll announce midweek matches if we shall choose to do so, and hopefully we'll bring in a few of our new bring in a few of the other voices as well next weekend as well. Don't forget, we'll have live commentary again of certain games next weekend. But for me, JB, hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you very soon. Until then, take care. With the news that Manchester United beat Chelsea by 4 goals to 0. Two for Rashford, 1 for Martial, and 1 for Daniel James. For me, JB, take care, and I'll see you soon. Ta-ra for a bit.